Wait a minute. Did you truly believe you had seen everything there was to see in the reality TV world? Mendeecees sets has in fact exceeded all expectations. And you know what? Hip-hop fans are questioning everything they know about loyalty. Love and loyalty again, because that there is such a thing. We are talking about a battle that is explosive and involves love. Picture Rasheeda, fierce as ever, arguing with Yandhi about an unresolved issue. But hold on, there's more excitement to come. Yeah, Rasheeda is slapped by the same man who used to identify as a family man. You heard right? What was his justification? It was a smack that may have been taken from a telenovela. Did you think the drama on Love and Hip Hop was prearranged? Or was he simply in the mood in defending his wife? Well, reconsider. You'll be astounded by what follows, and I can assure you that it's incredible. If you believe you had seen everything, you were mistaken. Reality television, particularly Love and Hip Hop, has a history of producing moments that viewers will remember for weeks. But nothing could have prepared us for the heated confrontation between Yandhi, Mendeecees, and Rasheeda. Imagine this, on an ordinary day in the world of hip-hop and romance, Rasheeda, who is renowned for her fiery attitude and uncompromising manner, walks into a room ready to address a long-standing issue with her longtime friend, Yandhi. Yandhi is ready for a fight and doesn't back down. There is so much tension in the room that a knife could cut it. Mendeecees spots her husband, who seems to have had enough of the turmoil. Just as you think Rasheeda and Yandhi will face off in the combat, what follows? When Mendeecees arrives, he appears to have had enough of the back and forth and has clearly run out of patience. He slaps Rasheeda across the face during this intense dispute without hesitation. Even though he begs her to calm down or to say something like, "Let's talk it out," the audience was stunned beyond belief. A full-on smack is a level of drama that nobody anticipated, although we have seen people yell, argue, and hurl drinks. The worst part, though, is that Mendeecees realizes that the slap is just the start of the problem and proceeds to say things that raise the level of tension in the room to an unthinkable level. Next, he looks at Yandhi, "And you think you can touch my wife and get away with it?" This is where things start to get interesting, since Mendeecees sees assertions about defending his wife weren't the only thing at stake. No, the purpose was to correct the facts. The continuous conflict between Rasheeda and Yandhi has been the subject of whispers and rumors for months, or perhaps years. It wasn't until Mendeecees exclaimed, "Enough is enough," that everyone finally agreed. And on a reality show like this, what happens if you have that type of explosive reaction? Social media reaction, public indignation. And the question Mendeecees' connection with Rasheeda, his family, and even Yandhi has all been through highs and lows. What caused him to lose it this time then? Was it a matter of protecting his pride? Or was it something more profound that had been boiling for too long? Or was it the result of unresolved business between the two women? One thing is for sure, regardless of the cause. This slap, it was the result of months' worth of anxiety, not just one eruption. Furthermore, even when the incident is cut and the cameras stop filming, public altercations like this nevertheless have genuine consequences. But before we discuss the fallout, let's examine what triggered Mendeecees' outburst in more detail. Although Rasheeda and Yandhi have been at odds for some time, their disagreements have gotten worse as the two ladies have been insulting each other and making their personal lives public. Nor was this a minor dispute over a misunderstanding. There was a rivalry that was simmering beneath the surface, ready to blow up. Rasheeda, who has always been a strong, independent woman, had not hesitated to express her displeasure with Yandhi's conduct and comments. And the tension had escalated to dangerous levels in the months prior to the incident. Not to mention how the Mendeecees feel about it. There has been a recurring rumor that Yandhi is attempting to erode Rasheeda's power and bond with them. Despite his best efforts to act as a peacekeeper, he has been caught in the midst and has only served to increase hostility. Mendeecees entered the scene and saw Rasheeda and Yandi fighting as the situation eventually reached a breaking point. It wasn't a last-minute choice to intervene so forcefully. Rather, it was the final straw. We're not talking about a small irritation either. Mendeecees feels like he's been pushed to the limit after years of drama and unresolved tension between the two women. He can't go back after he makes his spectacular move, though. After that, things start to get extremely interesting because Mendeecees has to deal with the consequences of his conduct on the show, in addition to the public outcry for slapping Rasheeda for something that is already going viral online. Furthermore, this occurrence is more than just a slap. It has the potential to completely alter his personal life. Let's first look at how the public reacted to this startling event and the drama that is unfolding as a result. Trust us, the aftermath is far from done. People don't think twice about voicing their ideas. Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook were on fire with supporters and detractors within minutes of the incident's broadcast. Trending hashtags included Rasheeda Yandi, Mendeecees slap, and hip-hop turmoil. Everyone was commenting on the explosive moment, whether they were casual observers or enthusiastic fans. The issue is that it was theater at its finest, not just a little disagreement between two ladies. Some fans were astonished by the brutality of the slap, while some sided with Rasheeda and others supported Mendeecees. Even stranger, though, is the fact that some individuals held Yandi responsible for the whole thing, claiming that it wouldn't have occurred if she hadn't been so impolite and unruly. Others said that Mendeecees' slap was justified and that a man's wife should never be touched. Hip-hop and love are more popular than ever, and fans are soaking up every second of the drama. At the same time, producers were sweating a lot because the turmoil behind the scenes was getting out of control. The showrunners of Love and Hip Hop reportedly weren't ready for this intensity. They loved drama. After all but, this was a full-blown nuclear bomb in a velvet chamber. The shooter's schedule did not involve the slap, nor was it pre-approved or scripted. According to a producer who asked not to be named, "We thought we were filming a normal confrontation, maybe a drink toss." Rasheeda allegedly felt degraded, humiliated, and betrayed by Mendeecees and the entire production crew, so she refused to continue filming unless something was done. There was a storyline twist, though, since although Rasheeda was unhappy, Yandi wasn't quite silent in the background. She reportedly added, "This isn't just TV anymore. That man really put his hands on me." As soon as the scene was finished, there were rumors that the actors and staff were compelled to attend an urgent meeting. She understood that turmoil, controversy, and most likely a PR nightmare were what would follow, so she walked out of the venue with her microphone on. According to insiders, Rasheeda didn't just drive home in a rage, but instead drove straight to Kirk, her husband, and reportedly broke down in tears as she told him what happened. Yandi's image has always been one of control, composure, and strategic diplomacy, at least on camera. However, she is currently in the midst of a toxic triangle. When anything goes wrong, Kirk is known for remaining quiet, but it has been said that he called producers, attorneys, and even some of the other cast members, demanding accountability from Mendeecees, according to one dubious source. We're talking about demands for public apologies, legal threats, and a potential lawsuit if things don't get settled swiftly. According to reports, Kirk told one of the producers, "You let him put his hands on my wife. I don't care if it's TV or not. Y'all better fix this." Mendeecees notices that Kirk is trying to manage the situation by saying that Rasheeda got in his face and said some hurtful things about Yandi and his family, and that it wasn't a slap, but rather a reactionary tape. "She was coming for my wife. What was I supposed to do to let her disrespect us?" was one of his alleged quotes. Meanwhile, the people who support Rasheeda are fighting hard. Influencers, bloggers, and even a few celebs have been reposting the teen video and leaving comments under the hashtag Team Rasheeda. Mendeecees noticed that the internet was not buying it. Fans are resurfacing clips from past seasons where he has been manipulative, passive-aggressive, or just plain shady. And they are analyzing every old moment from the show and painting a picture that is, let's say, not great. At all costs, defend Black women. Her queenly manner was disgusting. In just one day, that tweet received over 250,000 likes. This is a movement rather than merely play. There's more, though. Because another layer of the scandal falls like a wrecking ball in the midst of this whirlwind of criticism. Rasheeda allegedly demanded explanations from Love and Hip Hop executive producer Mona Skochung following her altercation with Kirk. Mona was aware that she had been caught off guard. According to a production-related source, Mona said to Rasheeda, "We're looking at the video and talking about it internally. We didn't see it coming. Internal conversations is code for us all freaking out and trying to figure out how to spin this without getting sued." According to some insiders, Mona wanted to remove the footage completely because she was worried that it would generate a lot of negative press. But it was too late by then. The footage had already been leaked to a few blogs and press outlets. And screenshots of behind-the-scenes whispers, TikTok, and even grainy, blurry vertical video clips were already making the rounds. Suddenly was more than just a scene from a reality show. It was a national headline on TMZ, The Shade Room, and Hollywood Unlock. And they all jumped on it, writing articles with titles like Mendeecees, caught slapping Rasheeda in explosive Mendeecees. Name was trending alongside terms like abuse scandal, cancelled, and where was Yandi during all of this? As the scene unfolded, admirers demanded accountability everywhere. She went into complete ghost mode, posting no stories, comments, or radio silence, giving the impression that she was hiding out, not literally, lest she's cooking something large or fleeing the heat. Yandi is never quiet, as anyone who knows her knows. But that didn't stop people from dragging her. And some accused her of using Mendeecees as if the drama couldn't get any more dramatic. K. Michelle, who, of course does, enters the fray, using Instagram Live. She posted a mysterious message that fans instantly associated with the drama. "You better stop letting these power couples fool you." Others accused her of controlling the entire event for screen time by hitting the dog, knowing he would blow up and then retreating when things got messy. They said that just because someone is wearing matching Gucci doesn't mean they have any peace at all. As a result, not only are the three main cast members, Rasheeda, Yandi, and Mendeecees, tangled in a scandal, but other celebrities and cast members are also adding gasoline to the already raging fire. What about VH1? Sources claim that the network has gone into full damage control mode, with internal meetings taking place daily. Lawyers reviewing contracts and some high-level executives reportedly discussing whether to pull. Fans flooded the comments with comments about Yandi Mendeecees and K. Michelle spilling tea, and within minutes her live stream was screen captured, reposted, and included in dozens of TikTok theories. The next episode or air it with a big disclaimer. Some say they're afraid of criticism. Others say the ratings will be too high to ignore. But here's the real deal. Rasheeda has reportedly been offered her own spin-off show out of this chaos. The fans love Rasheeda because she's real, emotional, and respected. If she leaves, we lose a big chunk of the show. What does Mona do? It seems like she's offering her a big bag to keep her on board, promising her more control, better scenes, and a storyline redemption arc. Rasheeda isn't so sure, though, and some insiders say she's still considering leaving the show entirely. You can't make this stuff up. The question now is, will Mendeecees double down? Will Yandi finally speak up? Will Rasheeda sue? And will this be the end of Love and Hip Hop as we know it? Sources say that Mendeecees' management team is pushing him to apologize publicly as an app. But he doesn't think he did anything wrong. Yes, you heard me correctly. He still thinks he was protecting his wife. It slows down, then booms again. Because guess who finally speaks up? Yes, Sis finally responds after remaining silent for days, ignoring all the smoke, ignoring all the tags. and ignoring every trending tweet. It's not a sit-down interview or confessional, but a full-fledged Instagram post with a black and white filter. Heartfelt piano music playing in the background and a caption that looks like it took 2 hours to write. She starts off by saying, "As a woman, a mother, and a wife," and instantly everybody knew this was about to be one of those posts. She claims she didn't want the drama because she hates seeing people suffer and would never support violence, especially between cast members she loves and respects. But then she adds a line that makes the internet go crazy. "But when people come, for my family, I can't control how others react." Hold on, did Yandhi really just say that so she's not taking responsibility? She's kind of defending Mendeecees' actions without mentioning his name. But come on, the shade was too obvious to miss. That line alone sent social media into full beast mode, with people calling her calculating, manipulative, and phony. One tweet went viral saying, "So basically she threw the rock, hit her hand, and then wrote a poem about peace." Understand. Rasheeda, on the other hand, didn't keep quiet either. She responded by posting a short, direct, and snappy picture of herself without makeup and with teary eyes, with the phrase, "Healing is messy. But I won't stay silent to protect anyone's ego." No names or tags were included, but the message was obvious. Team Yandhi and Team Rasheeda are engaged in a civil war in the comment sections, now that the fans are publicly split. In addition to deleting previous tweets, when Yandhi made fun of Rasheeda before they were cool on camera, people are also going through old episodes from years ago and deleting screenshots and receipts. The cameras never truly caught the heat, even though this feud may have been smoldering for years. Suddenly, Mama D, the queen of chaos herself, decides she wants a share of the spotlight. Yes, she discusses how real women don't let other women be bashed over no man while drinking wine on her Instagram live stream. Fans questioned, "Now, what program is she on?" But Mama D never lets a messy event go unnoticed. People have shared her life online with comments like, "She's messy, but she's not wrong." Just as things were spiraling out of control in Atlanta, hip-hop producer and an old flame released a shocking interview in which he quotes, "This wasn't the first time hands got thrown behind the scenes. We simply never broadcast it." But before it was too big to hide, wait a minute. Fans are questioning, what else have you been hiding now that the FBI is looking into it? Has anyone else been slapped? Did anyone else leave the set and never come back? All of a sudden, everyone is rewatching previous scenes with fresh eyes. That look Yandhi gave Rasheeda in season 9. Oh, that now has meaning. Fans are saying, "Oh, that was tension." The depth of this rabbit hole is unbelievable. And then an ex-producer appears out of nowhere. In reference to the awkward moment during the reunion when Mendeecees noticed that she didn't clap when Rasheeda entered, comes forward with more dirt. There is a second angle of the slap that hasn't been made public yet, and it shows Yandhi's actual reaction when it happened. If it's true, her image will collapse like the Titanic. VH1 is currently in full panic mode, with executives debating whether or not to air the episode. Some want to blur it out, while others want to cut the audio. However, some shady people in the boardroom say no. Advertisers are already circling gossip websites and making headlines before the show airs, and the ratings will soar. Lawsuits, image protection, and potentially even criminal charges are at stake here. It's no longer just a story point. Meanwhile, Mendy redoubles his efforts, reportedly saying in a late-night clubhouse room, "I'm not apologizing for protecting my wife. You're all online acting like you're furious. But what would you do if someone came to get your family?" In a Marvel film, this man genuinely believes he is a hero. Additionally, Yandhi was dragged following her beautiful post. If you can't take the heat, stop trying to cook up drama, suggests fans, but guess who still makes a last untidy appearance? Kirk basically confirms everything Rasheeda stated. When he goes live with a radio host, "We were about to quit the performance completely because she was traumatized." They were fortunate I wasn't on set, because it would have been a different kind of episode. But that slap was real and wasn't faked. Fans now assert that it may be the most significant scandal in hip-hop and romantic history. The network has previously revealed a special reunion-style sit-down with Rasheeda, Yandhi, and Mendeecees, hosted by Nina Parker as they prepare to air the episode. Indeed, they're going all out for this one. Sources claim that Rasheeda barely spoke during the tense, uncomfortable, and unsightly sit-down, and Yandhi tried to talk Mendeecees out of saying anything. With his arms folded like a security guard poised to leap, Kirk sat in the corner. The fans were left wondering where they should go next and whether Rasheeda would stay on the show, because there were no hugs or resolutions. It's just more mayhem. Chaos is the one thing that love and hip-hop consistently produces. This time, it was genuine and intimate rather than staged. Did we just see the real-time collapse of a whole love and hip-hop dynasty? Are we witnessing the downfall of reality TV? Royalty. This isn't just tea, honey. After all the slaps, the shade, the Instagram essays, and the behind-the-scenes drama, VH1 now is popping like a huge boiling pot. Let's face it, did Mendeecees go too far in protecting Yandhi, or did he have the correct idea? Rasheeda is a master at playing the innocent while manipulating events behind the scenes. Did she truly try to cause trouble, or did she know exactly what she was doing the entire time? Comments like, "Your way depends on it," Team Yandhi, Team Rasheeda, protect the brand, or Team Expose It All are all welcome. I want to hear all of your hypotheses, hot takes, and conspiracy theories. Hold on tight. If you felt that this was a mess, the upcoming episode will make. This story is far from over, so remain dirty, stay curious, and stay tuned because the tea we're serving next is hot, baby. You don't want to miss what's about to happen, since it appears like a preschool drama. To make sure you never miss any scandal, hit subscribe and destroy Rasheeda's ego by clicking the like button like Mendeecees saw.